What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the Grizz, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. And today, we're going to get into those disappointing games with gold. And of course, we are going to talk about maybe some Black Friday restocks happening. Let's get into those appetizers. Alright, so it appears Microsoft has done it again. They're putting out a pretty disappointing month on games with gold. And as you can see here, we have Origami Shadow Edition, Swim Sanity, Full Spectrum Warrior, and Indiana Jones, Lego Indiana Jones. Yeah, I don't know if this is it. I mean, this is usually, what I will call this is what I saw on Twitter. It's called the Buy the Game Pass Instead bundle. And, well, it's true. While I wanted to play Origami, I've always been on the fence in purchasing the game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. It's on multiple systems. I've always been very curious about it. And even Swim Sanity looks okay, but it's just games with gold. Some people are paying their money and they just don't feel like it's worth it. But this is probably them letting you know, like, look, we can give you this or you can have all of these games. I mean, what would be your choice in the end? So when I get a chance to talk about Ghost of Tsushima, I definitely talk about it. But before I do start to talk about it, Jim Ryan basically praised the game and said it exceeded expectations. He said in an interview with GameIndustry.biz, as quoted by on Push Square, he said, "Let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima, which has been a critical delight and certainly a commercial delight to an extent that we didn't think it would be. That speaks volumes to the work that Sucker Punch has done to build on their previous canon of work." Honestly, I am 100% in agreement with him because they went from these superhero kind of open world games to an open world samurai game, right? Samurai, or even ninja if you want to say. The word ninja, you know what, not going to say anything here, but I don't think I've heard anything about ninja, but they'll just mention Ghost over and over again. So, we'll see what's going on down there. But I absolutely love this game. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is my game of the generation. This is a game that I find easily replayable. And then the fact that it has a multiplayer mode with raids coming, and this game was a surprise hit. It sold 2.4 million copies in 3 days. And we don't even have the official numbers as of right now, but this game sold a lot more than a lot of people expected. So now Sony has another great IP to sit on. So Black Ops Cold War is just weeks away, and we are already getting rumors for the Call of Duty of next year. So it appears that we may be getting, and take this with a grain of salt of course, it appears that we may be getting another Call of Duty remake in 2021. In a tweet by Tom Henderson, who's a pretty known Call of Duty leaker, he tweeted, "I hate to be that guy, but Black Ops Cold War before Black Ops Cold War has released, but it's looking like Call of Duty for 2021 is another Modern Warfare title of some kind. Understandably not a lot of information as of yet, but it's a modern day setting. Modern Warfare 2 seems like the only logical next step, with a question mark." Now I'm very interested in this as I'm still currently playing Modern Warfare 1. Didn't even touch the campaign, I'll be honest, and that just goes back to when Call of Duty said, do people even play our campaigns? And I actually do need to play this campaign. Their campaigns are always very, very good, and I'm sure this one is good, and I heard nothing bad about it, but the multiplayer is so enticing as it always is, and me being a fan after 10 years coming back, it's really, really interesting. So I really want to play the first Modern Warfare campaign, and if they remake the second one, I would love to see the continuation of that story. Maybe not going to see a no Russian mission or anything like that, but it would be real good to see it. Well, I guess it doesn't appear that microtransactions work sometimes, or even loot boxes, I should say. Microtransactions really isn't the enemy. It's loot boxes. And, well, the Netherlands Gaming Authority definitely thinks loot boxes are bad. It's so bad, in fact, that just yesterday they passed a law that EA will be billed 500,000 euros for every week for all of the loot boxes that they sell, as long as they continue to do that. And that's not good for their business. So I'm pretty sure they'll be completely shutting this down real soon. And this isn't the first time it's happened to EA. It's happened in other parts of the world. And now maybe the US will get to attack it, and then maybe EA will have to find another way. Maybe not put out, and then maybe not try to be lazy and put the same version of FIFA on the Nintendo Switch and say that there's really no updates and still sell the game for $60 to people? Maybe. I don't know. But here's hoping that EA, comes back around and realizes, all right, that's enough taking this kind of money from people. Let's find a different way to properly monetize and make good stuff. Well, 2020 has been considered probably one of the worst years of all of our lives, right? Well, it's been pretty rough on the gaming world, but it's also been pretty good at the same time. But in this case, it's been pretty bad. We're not even getting these games in 2020. We were supposed to be getting them in 2021, but they have been delayed pretty much out of the first quarter. It's going to be between April and March and April, a little bit, maybe even a little bit after. Far Cry 6 and Rainbow Six Quarantine is delayed until later, a little later next year. It's not coming out in February or anything like that. It's very disappointing. I'm actually very excited about this Far Cry. Maybe not so much as Rainbow Six, even though it does look pretty good. But Far Cry is a big disappointment. But in the meantime, if you're like me, you'll want to see a little bit more of Giancarlo Esposito. And the only way we can possibly do that is today. Starting today, we can see him on The Mandalorian. Alright, so as all of us definitely probably saw it coming, Gearbox announced that Borderlands 3 will now be getting a Battle Royale mode. Of course, right? Why not? One thing I do want to give Gearbox credit for is how they heavily support their Borderlands games. Borderlands 3 has gotten way more support than any other Borderlands game. So much so there's a second season pass, and that is how you get access to the Battle Royale mode, Arms Race. So I actually think this is probably one of the more interesting Battle Royales, because I probably like to watch it. You drop down with nothing. You're just a regular person, and then you pick up the abilities, weapons, and upgrade and all of that. This actually sounds very interesting. I really don't like the whole concept of Battle Royale, but maybe one day I'll get into this. But then at the same time, I would actually have to buy the season pass, and then that would also mean I would have to finish the main game, right? And well, we'll see how that goes. But this absolutely does look pretty good. I'll give it credit. So shout outs to Gearbox once again. So PlayStation officially released the update, the new version of the app, and honestly, it's pretty awesome and pretty seamless, pretty smooth. Honestly, there's tabs for your friends, and you can do voice chat and everything through the app. It's a lot smoother for you to search through the store for games remotely, download it to your PS4 or PS5 respectively, and it's a lot better. Honestly, it didn't seem like it was fully optimized for mobile devices. It's crazy how to say that in 2020, but this one actually looks better, much more clearer, and everything like that. I absolutely think Sony is really stepping their game up with the whole UI system for the app and the PS5. I'm really impressed, and I can't wait to play the PS5 and check out this app. So I'm currently a little concerned with Microsoft, right? Because Halo Infinite is having issues. People are continually leaving the project, and now people are leaving Rare's project Everwild. The creative director, Simon Woodruff, has officially departed, and there was no reason given. None whatsoever. This is a day after we heard about Chris Lee with Halo Infinite. It's really disappointing, but the studio head, Craig Duncan at Rare, he basically said, "We thank Simon for all his hard work on Everwild and wish him the very best of luck for the future." And so basically, Woodruff said the Everwild team are in good hands and passionate about building a game that will give players unforgettable experiences in a natural and magical world. Now, I don't doubt that, and the game actually looks pretty cool from what we've seen. We haven't seen much, but it looks pretty cool. But I'm really concerned with what's going on with Microsoft and maybe their other smaller studios. They just put out a lot of money to make big acquisitions. Why are people leaving projects? I'm really concerned here. And I'm really hoping that Xbox completely pulls it together in the launch of next gen when everything starts to come together, because the closer we get to Halo Infinite, the more concerning I'm getting, because we're not seeing anything. And Everwild, to be so early in development, is very shocking, because this guy has been with the company for a while. He has so much gaming experience. So it's really interesting to see as this develops. And of course, I'll be covering it. Alright, so we are just basically a week and a half, 2 weeks away from the official launch of next gen. And if you're like me, you're pretty salty because you do not have a pre-order for either one of the consoles, right? Well, if you can wait a month, you sit down and have Thanksgiving with your families and enjoy and have a full belly. And while you're sitting there digesting your food and maybe digging into some sweet potato pie or maybe some cranberry sauce, you scroll up in Best Buy, you buy at this point, you buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series S or X respectively. Yes, they will be restocking on Black Friday. All right. Just giving everybody the heads up because it's going to probably be chaotic. As you know, as we saw just a month ago, everything was just straight chaotic. But I'm coming to think, if Best Buy is going to do this, it can't be exclusive to them. It might be happening at Walmart, Amazon, Target. Everybody be on the lookout. If you even get to it and want me to have one too, be like, hey, look, I found a pre-order here. Why don't you go here and I can go right on over there. Go ahead. Feel free to DM me. Follow me on all forms of social media, of course. But yeah, lads and ladettes, that was an interesting one, and I'm really, really excited about this. So hopefully before Christmas, I can get me a PS5 and Xbox Series X. All right, lads and ladettes, that's it for today. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell and hit on all so you know when your boy is posting. Please follow me on all forms of social media and go ahead and share and tell everybody about this channel, this little channel that I'm growing. We are still on the road to 3,300, trying to reach the goal of 3,300 before my 34th birthday next September. Lads and ladettes, go ahead and help share. This video is finito.